Well, we've arrived at Rosemary's Vineyard, where the crew behind me is harvesting some of the very best Chardonnay that we produce. So let's head over and check out what they're doing.
Yeah.
Buenos días. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo está la fruta? So as you can see here, these folks are working very, very quickly to harvest the Chardonnay. This is a section of Chardonnay that is planted to a clone that I refer to as the MEV clone. I got the cuttings for this vineyard from the Mount Eden Estate Vineyard back in the mid-1990s, and it makes some of the most distinctive Chardonnay that we produce here. It has a real sort of lychee nut and hint of melon, and then a lot of lemony aspect that is very characteristic of Rosemary's Vineyard. So this is what a Chardonnay cluster looks like. One of the interesting things about this this selection of Chardonnay, the Mount Eden selection, is it has very, very small berries, and it's a very small cluster, and that's what gives it its real distinctive character. The grapes taste very, very good right now. One of my favorite things to do is taste these grapes this time of year. It's almost as good as the wine that we make. This is Travis Monk, who helps us out in our vineyard. He born and raised in Arroyo Grande, which is great because that's where I was born and raised. In fact, we went to a lot of the same schools. What Travis is doing is essentially taking the picking bins as the workers hand them to him, and make sure that they're dumped very, very gently into these white bins, and then just kind of sorting through the fruit, making sure that any leaves that are in here are removed, as well as if there's any rot. Though these grapes are very, very clean, so there's very little rot. So one of the things we're looking at with Chardonnay is what the grapes actually look like. And we like to see this golden to slightly brownish color, which we get on the outside of the cluster. This was the part that was facing the sun. The inside of the cluster, this was actually away from the sun, and it's still a little bit green. And one of the things that I like about the Chardonnay that we produce here is that real balance of ripe, almost kind of bottled sunshine, and the green lemony flavors that make the wine very refreshing. One of the important things to note is the fact that everybody is using these small clippers, and this is one of the things that we do that really helps to improve quality. In a lot of areas, people actually use picking knives to cut the cluster off the vine. What we find, though, when you use a knife is that the cluster gets squeezed. And everything that we're doing in this process is really about trying to treat the fruit as gently as we can from the time that we harvest until we take the grapes to the winery. So that's why they use these small clippers. It's also why we hand harvest the grapes as opposed to using a giant machine that would run through here. So not only is this an exciting time for me when I feel like all this work that we have put into the crop, really pays off, but the vineyard crew feels the same way. These folks have been taking care of these vines all year long, and it's really nice for them to see sort of the ultimate fruits of their labor, and to literally take the grapes off the vine, something they really take a lot of pride in.